Well, hello everyone. How are you all doing today, my dudes? Can you all hear me well enough? This is a bit different of a format than we're used to on having on a Friday, right? Right, my friends? It's good to see you, Mama Stills. Taylor, it's good to see you. Welcome and happy Friday to you. Prissy, it's good to see you. Welcome in, you lovely beans. Hope you're all well. Sorry, let me get comfortable for a second, because, oh my gosh. Oh, God. Back's being a dingus, my dudes. Good, loud, and clear. Fantastic. Fantastic, my dudes. Let me see if I can rearrange things a little bit here so they're easier for me to actually look at, my friends. Tanky, it's good to see you, my dude. Things getting easier and easier, my friend. Hope you're doing well, my dude. All the love to you. Okay, Stream Elements, you gotta calm down. Stream Elements, you're being dumb. You being silly. No, I don't want 100% your message, Stream Elements. I want to, stop it. Stop sending that. It's not real. It's not a real thing, you dingus. It's not a real thing. Nope, but I'm still alive. Well, I hope, Tanky, that I can help bring a bit of distraction to your day then, my friends. If you're having a rough day, my dudes, today is a nice, chill kind of thing. Normally, again, we do blacksmithing on Fridays. However, this week there have been several things that have been coming up in general to make it a bit challenging to get that sort of stuff done recently. I was also just wanting to let you all know that Z's not been feeling well, so that's why the things that I would normally do to take care of our space with them, I need to do all by myself. So there's the aspect of that. That's why we're not outside today, and also on top of that, I'm experiencing some back pain. It's probably just from... who knows? It's just about, it just is what it is, my dude. No, they're just, feeling a little under the weather, so I'm trying to take care of more than I can, take care of things as best I can, my dudes. And also, we've had several really wonderful things that have happened in the last couple weeks, no, months, really. And I wanted to kind of update everyone with what the direction of the channel is going to be like, my friends, and, like, just sharing some gratitude. There'll be 2 events, I think, commemorating these sort of things. And back in just part of existing, that's been my, Firebug, first of all, it's good to see you again. And Dwell, hopefully you're doing well at work. Yeah, no, that's just a thing. I think that it's also that I'm chronically dehydrated all the time. Because apparently I don't drink enough water. So that's definitely been a thing, my friends. But, what I wanted to go into a little bit, my dudes, because so many of you support what this channel does, and I wanted to kind of give you guys an update of what you can sort of expect to see in the future, because I want to make sure that there is that kind of dialogue and see if that makes you guys happy. Because since we started really pursuing YouTube and doing fun things over here, there's been a lot of different things that have happened and a lot of different stuff that's been going on, my dudes. Oh yeah, I'm not drinking too much tea. In fact, I need more tea, my dudes. Well, Boo, I just want to try and, if I have a platform and a space to create things, I want to make sure that, it lends to helping your brain feel happier and more joyful. If I can help make the world a brighter and kinder place, that's what I want to do, So refining that vision is what's important, and for a while I was trying to record 4 or 5 or 6 different games because I wanted to I wanted to try and see if I could do that, and what it came down to was I realized was that it wasn't practical, Hey, Griff, it's good to see you. How are you doing, Luna? How are you doing, you lovely bean? Welcome in. So in terms of the channel, with what you guys are going to be seeing a lot of is that we are going to be focusing with content that is going to be still fun, but it's going to be a little bit more refined, my dudes. And what we're going to be looking at is a lot more for games. It'll be Baldur's Gate 3 content, both with shorts and fun things, my dudes, reactions to things, even how-tos and sort of like tips for that sort of stuff, because I think that as much as I want to play, all of the Zelda games, I want to play all of the Final Fantasy games, what I realized is that what makes things more sane and happy for me, and also happier for the YouTube algorithm so that we can meet new more wonderful friends, is that we are, yep, exactly. It's more funny things like that. That the game that we're going to be focusing and goofing around with is Baldur's Gate 3, and that's for numerous reasons. One, it's because funnily enough, it's actually how the name The Shrubbery actually became a thing. It was the game that brought people together initially, my dudes. And that's sort of the game where I started taking things a lot more seriously, and it's kind of a nice thing to kind of return to my roots back on this space with all of you guys. So I hope that so far, and I know that everyone's busy, but if you haven't checked out the Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough so far, if you have, please let me know what you think. If you guys like the shorts, have you been enjoying the shorts, my dudes? Yeah, Ocarina of Time, my dudes. I wish I had the space for it right now. You know, no, but for like a better analogy, we're going to be sharpening the blades. Hell yeah, let's go. So yes, you guys have been enjoying those as well. Fantastic. That's what I was hoping, my friends. We are still also going to be typically on Fridays, doing blacksmithing streams, my friends, where once we've caught up with the giveaway knives that we've done, and I think that I have one commission that I need to do, is that we're going to be stepping into making weapons/knives, which people can get from the site from Baldur's Gate 3. So I've seen what looks like, you know, the knife that you see in Baldur's Gate 3, I'll be making something like that, or like a scimitar, or any sort of thing from there. There are certain things that I will try and endeavor to do eventually, but essentially we're going to start stepping into, when I don't have commissions, we're going to be doing blacksmith streams where I'm working on making a weapon from a video game with you guys on Fridays. That being said, that's the live content. The other content that you'll see a little bit more on here in terms of recorded content, my friends, the D&D Dungeon and Dinguses thing, that will still be continuing with our good friend Howling Towers Gaming. You'll see a little bit more shorts with that for the time being. Sometimes it's important for those videos, I feel like, to get out as quickly as possible. And this evening, I do believe, Howling Towers, you mentioned that we are in fact actually going to be doing that later on today. Donja, it's good to see you. Welcome, and how are you doing this afternoon? God, Firebug, I'm so happy to be of help, you know. That's sort of the main sort of thing here, is that I wanted to be of help and to be present with you guys. Again, really wish that I was outside doing things, but, you know, body's being a bit of a dingus. So what else can we expect from the things in the future here, my friends? We used to stream Mondays and Fridays on here. I realized that in terms of doing the schooling that I'm doing, that I need the time during the day to catch up, not only on the back end things for you guys in terms of, like, you know, writing stuff for you guys, making sure that all of the channel points are updated, make sure that you all have, you know, your entrance sounds updated, and making sure that the actual Twitch streams are kind of caught up. Mondays we will be doing book readings. Now, one of the most challenging things here, my dudes, is that this is something that I wanted to bring up with everyone. I'm looking into working with publishing companies for the books to get official licensing for those books, my friends. When we were doing it initially, you know, we were just doing it kind of on the basis of, like, knowing, like, that reading books are not going to be monetized. Now that the channel is monetized, thanks to having 1,000 friends, we have to be a bit more judicious about which videos in terms of certain content are monetized, because certain things like books do have copyright protection. We want to make sure that we are being in good integrity with that, my dudes. Yeah, no worries, Prissy. All the love to you. I want to share my new system for notes and game design. Heck yeah, Howling Towers, my dude. I'm excited for that, man. And Donja, I hope that you feel better soon. You know, that you feel more awake. You know, the short form always help. Just gotta remind myself, sometimes I gotta push myself to take it in. Yeah! No, I get that. My friends, please don't push yourself. Like, there was a moment this morning when I woke up and I was like, do I get up and do I make myself go outside and work on things? And it's like, no. Part of blacksmithing, my friends, that is really challenging is that the metal on your skin, even if I have all the protection, right? Even if I have all the protection throughout the day, sweating, my dudes, and having steel and wood all over my body can make me more, can be exhausting for the body, because your skin has to process detoxifying that. And because Z's already feeling kind of low and not well today, I made the decision, like, look, I need to keep up my strength. I need to make sure that I'm not compromising my immune system today. So that is why today we're doing a bit of gratitude. Can you guys believe that 3 months ago that we had 400 friends, and now we're nearing, I think, 1,100 now, which I think is absolutely bonkers. Like, bonkers. Give me just a second. There we go. A lighthouse always brings people in. Well, I mean, it's taken some work to do that, my friends. You know, and it's why, like, I hope that you don't mind that we stepped back from, like, I was wanting to do Final Fantasy 16 with all of you guys, and then I realized that I just couldn't do multiple games all at once. You know, but by the way, use a billow pad lightly on the skin. The shavings will go away. Yeah. Howling Towers. So that's something that I'm doing. We can talk about that another time in terms of cleanliness, because otherwise we'll get distracted into self-care. And as much as I want to talk about that, it's like that's not what I'm here to talk about today. I love you. We can talk about that together, man. Because you've worked with, as a mechanic, you've worked with those things, and you know how to take care of your body that way. So actually, I would really love to talk with you about that. But yeah, so we went from 400 to 1,000 friends in the last 3 months, which I think is kind of insane and bonkers. I will be reaching out actually at some point, my friends, to our Rangers on Twitch and in the Discord. And we're going to be doing, I believe, kind of like a double event where we're going to be celebrating that on Twitch within the next week or two. With, I believe, a 12-hour stream that will be leading into like kind of like a YouTube thing all at once, my dudes, which I think will be kind of fun. Like, you know, can't promise I won't break something. What do you, Dwalin, pardon? Break what? Shenanigans? Sorry? If there's lag, my friends, please let me know if there's a little bit of lag in between things. I'm notorious for breaking stuff, law. What do you do? Don't break things, Raw. You love it. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Is that something? Breaking the dingus? Breaking my brain? Well, regardless of what happens, my friends, I just want to say that I'm really grateful. It's been really wonderful getting to know people that have been actually coming in and saying hello on some of the comments in terms of the videos. That's been really wonderful getting to know new people. You know, I did have some concern recently with one of our books. We had Penguin Random House reached out and said you need to take down Inheritance. So that's why, my friends, if you've been like, where the heck is the Inheritance book right now? It's because I'm under review with them, seeing that if we can get a sub right to make sure that those go back up, so that we're actually supporting the actual publisher, my friends. Moving forward, I still want to do a lot of audiobook narrations because it's my passion. But I want to make sure that I'm doing it in the capacity that is the most in integrity with those copyright holders. You know, and I didn't realize that when the channel got monetized that I needed to make sure that was being sorted out, my friends. So if you notice, all of the books that remain there, all of the monetization on that has been turned off. And if some people are like, well, Hermit, that's how you help yourself out on YouTube in terms of taking care of things. It's like, yes, but I'm willing to create and read books for you guys just simply for the passion for it, my dude. So please know that I'm not going to stop reading to you guys on Mondays. I'm going to continue doing that, but I'm going to make sure that I'm doing it and not uploading it in the capacity that is in integrity within the copyright laws, so that I can make sure that I'm not upsetting any copyright holders, because that's not a fun thing to do, my dudes. That's not what I want to do. What does the graphic for this say again? Brain? What does the graphic for this say again? I forgets. What did I do? What did I say? What did I say? We've already kind of gone into that, my dudes. You know, I wanted to do this today for a long period of time, for a long period of time, my friends. But again, I am feeling a little bit in pain, so I hope you don't mind. If this is a bit of a shorter broadcast on here on YouTube today. I wanted to open up to anyone that is here that has any questions about YouTube. I know that Grim, that you may have some questions. Dwar, you may have some questions. Prissy, you may have some questions. Donji, you may have some questions. I want to make sure that this is applicable to everybody. But if you are curious about how I have done what I've done here, I wanted to open up some questions for people on that as well. Because I think it's important, if you are starting to see success on something, that you share that with the people around you. You know, what in the bingus? Giant dingus. Sorry, getting a little bit distracted. I also wanted to open up to anything in terms of questions of what you guys would like to see on, asking me like, have you considered doing this? Are you going to do some sort of things? The questions I do have are, do the shorts really help? Prissy, yes, they do. Yes, they do at this time because my brain is mushroom work, so I don't have any questions, but if I do, I know how to add. Yeah, exactly. That is actually a great question, Prissy, in terms of do the shorts really help? Yes, they do. I have met a number of people through that, and in terms of comments and responding back to people, I've started to get to know people through the YouTube community. I met some other creators, which has been really, really, really fantastic, especially because by picking kind of a niche of what you're doing, that helps the YouTube algorithm kind of like help a space grow, which then enables creators like myself to create content for you guys on this platform while maintaining a healthy lifestyle, so that I'm not sitting here with my thumb up my butt going like, oh my God, what am I going to do? So how would I describe how that helps? So a lot of people, my dudes, will create YouTube content, which is a fantastic thing to do because it's a lot of fun, right? But if you're wanting to try and grow a space while also making the space more for like, a lot of you are also just, you love being in a space where you can kind of experience some things. So like having a little bit of behind the scenes and how I do that is that a lot of the videos that I record, right? So the Baldur's Gate 3 playthroughs and a lot of the D&D stuff that we do, I take notes. My dude's cool and welcome. It's good to see you. We're doing kind of a Q&A on how to grow your YouTube at this point. We were just having some updates, but also telling you guys how I do things, to help other people along their path, because I think that's really important to sort of teach that, So the process that I go through is that whenever I'm recording something, I always have a little notebook with timestamps, and I will like write down if there's like something funny that's happened in the thing that I'm recording, whether it be Dungeons and Dragons or if it's Baldur's Gate 3. And I make a note of that. And so when I go into my video editing software, I go to those spots and I make anywhere from, 10 to 15 to 20 to 30 second to minute long clips. And I turn them into vertical content, my dudes. And that's one of the main things that you need to learn, that I'm happy to do at some point, is to make a kind of a how-to video on how to do that. Because if you want to do it in Premiere, you can also use it in Combo or any like Streamladder, I think is another thing where you can upload your own videos that turns it into vertical content for things. But the process of taking long form content and turning it into shorts has been very, very wonderful. Not only that, because I can't record and upload daily for you guys. I wish I could. There's just not enough hours in the day, but what I can do is record 3 to 4 episodes of something, release it throughout the week, and have YouTube shorts of little funny bits throughout that, so that when you do watch the long form content, you go, I remember that was a lot of fun, right? And in that way, it's kind of like having kind of a sneak peek into something where you're like, oh, I'm in on the joke before it happened. It's like seeing a behind the scenes joke on a set, which I kind of like for any sort of film. So I hope, Prissy, that answers your question. Do the YouTube shorts kind of help? I'm also willing to show you guys, if you would like, kind of a behind the scenes on how YouTube things work. Yes, please, Starlim has told me how to do shorts. It's taking the short and putting it into something vertical. Yeah. I'm definitely willing to do that, at some point. I'll have to figure out when I'm going to do that. God, what was I going to say? Anything else, brain? On how to do things? Yeah, if you guys want to know kind of do you guys want me to explain the whole process of how I create content on YouTube? And would you guys like to see what those sort of things, how that's helped? Because I can show you graphs, actually. That's the one thing that I would say that is, yes, please, there's no OBS edition that lets you simultaneously stream TikTok and Twitch, YouTube. Yeah, I saw that, man. I think that that's a brilliant thing as well. That's the other thing that I wanted to get into, is that, depending on the basis for which platform has different things in terms of the where you can simulcast stuff. It's important to make sure that you're within the terms of service that you're doing. Let me see, what can I do? Content, because I wanted to just go over in this direction. Is that what we're doing? What is the most? This. Yeah, here we go. So let me show you guys a couple things, my dudes, that I found pretty interesting. That's right, there we go. And we want this there, and we're gonna make my face a little bit smaller, my dudes. Just so you guys can see this. This, my friends, is the window capture. I just have to get better about posting. So, Italian Towers, there's a way of doing that makes things a lot easier, my dude. Can you guys see this well enough, my friends? Let me see. I'm pretty sure that someone's going to yell at me for sharing this sort of stuff, my dudes, but not last 28 days. We want to do lifetime. We want to look at the lifetime of things, my friends. There we go. There we go. So, these are complicated things, and then please forgive me, my dudes, if everyone like, Hermit, came to hang out with you, what are you doing? It's like, I also want to help people with these things, you know, while demystifying YouTube a little bit, my friends. As you can see, funnily enough, so, what is it? October 2022. No, okay, so, April, May. So, in May, that's when we started doing more stuff on YouTube, my dudes, and I think that the reason that you can grow a space quicker is not only if you have a Twitch stream, my friends, if you're streaming to Twitch, you know, one of the things that I recommend is, like, if your YouTube is important to you, make sure that you're creating content that's different than what's on your Twitch, my dudes, and have a actual pinned message that links there or has a command, my friends, that leads directly to there. Not only that, because what that means, my friends, is that, like, friends that also are watching Twitch that are not content creators, you guys have an opportunity to see new and fun and exciting content in a different capacity, in a different space. And also, on top of that, this is kind of here forever, right, my dudes? So what happened within 3 months is I went from learning that if you take your long form content on YouTube and turning it into shorts, you can start generating more videos, which actually helps, you know, broaden the horizon for the audience seeing you on YouTube, not just through Twitch, but in general on YouTube. And let me see, where is this? Yes. Certain shorts have helped bring more people back to a space, and you can see formats your viewers watch on YouTube. These are different things that you can see, right, my dudes? But then you can see when a majority of your friends are even on the platform to begin with, which today it's not, you know, like the smart thing to have done would have been to go live at 2 o'clock today, my dudes, to be with all of you guys. Today I really just wanted to be grateful and just hang out with you and talk with you a little bit about what we're doing and how that we've come this far, and share a little bit of insight in how we've done this together, so that everyone feels like, hey, not only are we having a moment where it's like, I'm saying, because really this is, thank you for helping this space grow. Let me also demystify a little bit about how to grow this space, you know, and then for those of you that are actually watching and actually being present and supporting this, this is another great way of me showing you, like, hey, this is what you can expect, and this is when you can expect things. So from now on, when you see stuff on this channel, my dudes, 2 o'clock every single day, there will be a YouTube short or a YouTube video that's coming out on this channel, because that's when a majority of you have ended your day or are taking a moment to have something, so that I can make sure that whenever you're feeling a bit down or having a bit of a troubling time, 2 o'clock every single day, my dudes, there will be some sort of pre-recorded dingusry for you guys to laugh at, because that's what this channel is here for. It's here to bring you joy in those moments when you're having a rough day, or when you want to relax, or when you want to go to sleep, my dudes. So if you're a creator, go to your analytics and to your audience section and find out when most of your friends are around, so that you can be best present with your friends. You know, because if you can't be in a Discord call, if you're somewhere else in the, you know, you can find out when most of your friends are around, so that you can create things for people, so that you can actually connect with people at a time when most of your friends are present and on the platform. Another thing that I recommend to everyone is, you know, if you can, schedule your stuff. I don't know if anyone's not experienced it before, but you can schedule these things ahead of time. You don't have to post every single day. you can actually schedule videos well in advance. And as you can see today is my relaxed day, my dudes. A little bit while taking care of things. Thank you, Megan! You know, but I can show you that this is another demystifying things, my dudes, is that, remember, not every single video that you create is going to, like, go crazy or something, but it is important, I think. Like, to me, I'm just happy to see that we've made different things for all of you guys. You know, with, like, D&D, you can actually post these different things right now in terms of actually scheduling them. And you'll notice, as well, that some people will say, like, well, Hermit, some of these videos aren't getting, like, hundreds of views. Why are you doing them? Like, I'm not doing that with the intention of expecting it to do something. YouTube Shorts are always going to have a higher view count because it's kind of like TikTok. I'm creating things the way that the vision that I want, because I know that eventually things will start moving forward, and by having things that people can experience that are fun, even your core friend group, like the Shrubbery, creating these things for you guys is more important to me than seeing it, you know, go viral right now. It's more like I want to create things that I love that we can share together. And sometimes things do kind of go like that, like where we have like an emotional reaction. I didn't expect a 3-minute long video to have nearly 1,000 views in a few days. That's wonderful. You know, but the most important thing when it comes to creating content on YouTube, my dudes, is do something that you love, and also kind of refine your vision for what you want to share. That's why the channel, like I've been saying, is books, Baldur's Gate, and Blades. The 3 Bs are what you're going to be seeing a lot of on here, and Blades includes D&D. I said D, so Dungeons and Dragons as well. But what you can do is you can do a thing that I like to do, and it's take your long form content, turn it into shorts, and then you post 2 to 3 shorts daily, so that all of you guys get to hang out. You at least get something to giggle at. Even if it's not long form content, there is something for you to giggle at and laugh at, and remind you, like, yes, this channel is here to try and make you laugh. It's trying to give you a little bit of inspiration. It's trying to stay connected with you and make you feel like, hey, I'm part of something that's bigger than myself. This space is about creating joy, and that's why I work so diligently throughout the week to record things 1 to 2 days a week, which actually, funnily enough, today I'll be doing some recording in between things. I think today, depending on how I feel in the next half hour, I'll be recording some things for you guys, so we can all have a bit more of a laugh later on. I'm the car line, but that just bugs me. What? Wait, what car? Oh, you for picking people up. And Maury, it's so good to see you. How are you doing today, you lovely bean? Hope you're doing well. So the things that I'm mentioning, my friends, I hope that this is helpful, my dudes. I hope that this is helpful. I hope it's giving you guys a bit more of a vision into what sort of process I go through. Does anyone have any questions? You could even just ask me personal questions, my dudes, in content creation. Doing great, got some nice stuff in the mail today. What'd you get in the mail today, Maury? You know, yeah, no, and Prissy, streaming is a challenging thing. You know, it's my recommendation, if you have a passion for content creation, that creating a good work-life balance is also important. That's something that we've been talking about a lot recently, is that this dingus is a really, really challenging time doing that. So you need to figure out what energy you want to put towards different things, right, my dudes? It's why I've maintained doing 3 days on Twitch, which most people are like, well, you're not on there a lot, so how are people going to find you? It's like, well, you know, that's why I have 2 spaces. I have Twitch, where I hang out with my Shrub fam, who I love very, very much, and we've created this beautiful community where, you know, we have a game that we're playing all together, and it's a lot of fun, and that's kind of the adventure. But more than anything, we have a space that we feel like we can hang out and feel joyful in, you know. And then on the off days that I'm off, I'm working on YouTube content, which is going to stay there forever. So on the days that I'm not streaming, there are recorded bits for you guys to hang out and watch, so that you guys can, like, if you're studying, you have something that you can listen to in the background. If you're at the gym, you can, you know, watch something in the background, you know. But modeling what I would say healthy behavior to me is the most important aspect of doing this kind of content creation, because we've experienced this, right? Are you not migrating your streams to YouTube? Nope. Cool, I'm doing both. I think a lot of people assume that you would migrate one platform to another. You don't have to do that. I do very different content in different spaces. Twitch, we do Final Fantasy XIV, a little bit of Baldur's Gate 3. On Wednesdays, we call it Bard's Day now, because it's a fun thing to do in terms of like Sunday and Tuesday. We have a game that we play with community members that can come and actually play in the game. And then on Wednesdays, we have an actual game where you make the decisions, where we're playing the game and influencing the progression of the story together with Baldur's Gate 3. Now, the recorded content for Baldur's Gate 3 on here is more of kind of like a funny, goofy adventure where I'm, as a ranger, who is an IRL tracker, ranger, etc., playing stuff on there. That's sort of the fun content, Are you downloading your streams to have you back when... No. No, so cool. The reason that I'm not doing that is because a lot of the sound alerts that are on Twitch streams are actually copywritten. So a lot of people that end up uploading their Twitch streams, unless... they've completely negated their desktop audio, they get taken down almost instantly, because a lot of these sound alerts that people use are causing copyright issues. And the funny thing about having a Twitch stream adding onto YouTube is that you then have just the streamer just talking the entire time with absolutely no sound. Now you can set your settings to accommodate that, where you have your audio from your game being separated from your sound alerts. That is a thing that you can do, which I think is a great idea. But in terms of the Twitch space, as things progress, if I can eventually have an editor, I actually have a wonderful friend that wanted to offer doing that with me. We may start doing that with Twitch streams, but at this point, I just don't have enough hours in the day to download and upload those things at the same time, as much as I would like to. I might consider doing it. I'll give that a test to see, and if I download this, if I upload this, will cause an issue on YouTube. Have you ever considered uploading the creative process behind your music to YouTube? Maury, I've thought about it. The reason that I haven't done that is because I'm actually planning on doing that with Patreon. And that's because with YouTube, if you start varying your content too much, the algorithm hates you. Like, well, as much as I want, to share things with you guys in terms of like all the different aspects of what I'm doing, it doesn't behoove the channel in that capacity, because the algorithm's like, what are you about? What are you doing? I'm like, I'm about Dungeons and Dragons and medieval stuff, okay? So if you guys are excited about that idea, is that I will probably be creating a Patreon at some point, teaching you guys how I go about my creative process with how I make alerts, how I write music, and what I'm doing in that capacity at the moment, which I really need to get back into a little bit more, my friends. Wow, I feel very lightheaded. That's kind of a funny feeling. Again, I hope I'm making good sense, my dudes. It's definitely been an interesting couple days. Yeah. I'm just happy to be here today, honestly. I'm just happy to be here today with all of you guys. Now, again, do you guys have any questions about how I make certain decisions and how I do editing and what I try and find? How I came to decide on what I was doing? If there are no more questions, my friends, we can talk about something else, but I want to make sure that I'm here at your disposal to try and help you guys further your own dreams. And that's not even just content creation in general. Thank you, BBG. That can come down to like Hermit. Actually, something that's been asked is like, Hermit, how do you have so many skills that you work on? It's like, well, I find that a majority of my day, I like to work on skills rather than just watching things. So another aspect of, can you show how to take a recorded short and make it vertical? Christy, I would prefer to do. You know what? Let me see if I can do that in short order. Let me just see really quick if I can look that up actually, really quickly, because there's a video. Nope, see that's the video. There it is. You know, Prissy, this is a very in-depth process that I would like to do in a recorded video with you guys. I can show you what that process looks like, though. Would you guys like to see how I go from long-form content to short-form content, my friends? That's something I can definitely do with you guys. Which I find, and I did this actually, funnily enough, the other day with my friends. Or with a friend of mine. Now let me open up. So let me show you guys this, my dudes. Boop. Let me show you guys this. This is kind of a fun thing also behind the scenes for anyone that just likes to watch the content that we do, my dudes. Is this? Let me pull this up. Badingus. There we go. Oop. Let me get this a little bit more for you guys up and about. All right, Dingus Face, you need to be a little bit smaller so that everyone can see this. Can you all see this well enough, my dudes? This is your typical thing that you see in Adobe Premiere, my dudes. You see long form. This is like where your long form content is, and what essentially I do is I import this and I go in and I, edit certain things, like, I'm betting, who is it here?
He also might not need it.
He might not need it, dude. We add sound effects and various things, but I've also written down certain spots where I've liked a certain 30 to 60 second long thing. And what I'll do is I will export that thing by maybe just taking a small portion of the area, and in Premiere you use the mark in and then mark the other area and mark out, and then you export it. Let me see if that'll actually show. File, export, media. No, it won't show you because it's being a dingus. Okay, that's a thing. You export that to a folder and you have that labeled as like a short, and then what you do is you take that small thing that you just clipped and you go into another project that has the format for shorts, like this, right? Like this. And you upload layers of it, right? You'll see I have one or two layers, one for below and one for above. And you turn those into your YouTube shorts. And that's essentially what I do is I'll take my long form content, cut it down, and bring it into here. Let me see if I can actually show you guys what that is. That's the position, anchor point, rotation. No, that's not what I needed to do. There's a setting that I can show you guys at some point for how to do that. But that's basically my process, is that I get my long form content put into the program. I edit it down to what I want. I find bits that I like, and I make sure that I separate those into a folder. And that's a really important way of making this process easier. And I separate it into a folder. And then I take it and put it into a new session of the same program, and I make sure that it's in the vertical format, and then I start editing those things there for you guys. So does that make kind of sense, Prissy? I know it's not showing you the exact how-to, but that is the process by which I do those things. There are other things that go into it as well, my friends, in terms of how to make sure that you're doing something that is conducive for those clips. Making the titles kind of, obvious or sort of intriguing, like asking a question or making a statement or trying to really showcase what that's about. The most important thing is having an accurate description of what your video is and taking your time creating that. Even with YouTube Shorts, because the YouTube algorithm actually reads the description of what it is and determines how it's going to share, and that includes various hashtags. Now, you can either sit and you can do that yourself and craft that by hand, which is a great thing to do if you have a certain style, or you can utilize various other tools online to help you write those things. And at some point, if you would like to... No, it's okay. Yeah, no. I guess I'll have to do what Starlight said. Mine won't be vertical. No, you can still do that. Prissy, you're using DaVinci? DaVinci also has the ability to do that. The other thing that you can use, my friends, is Combo. Combo is free unless you want to upgrade it to a $6 plan per month and make 75 videos, which I can actually show you guys how to do that. Combo is a great, basically a great browsing, whatchamacallit. Here, let me do this. Oh, fiddle faddle, bingle bangle. There we go. This is an easier way. I use Core Video Studio Pro, and that's what Starlight's using. If Starlight is mentoring you, Prissy, I would continue working with her on that. But if you are wanting to make YouTube Shorts quickly, you can actually use this. This is Combo. It's a browser-based thing that you can connect to your Twitch, or you can just have your own. Yeah, no, I'm not sure what she uses either. This is another thing that you can use, though. If you have your long form content cut down into a minute-long thing, and you can upload your videos, right? So one thing that we have, this is clips from Twitch. I'll show you how it works. You click on your clip after you've uploaded it, right? Or it's been imported from Twitch. And then you create a format like Facecam, Landscape, Split, or whatever. Or I'll have my template that says funny on it, you know, and it'll automatically place those things. Now I'll show you what it would do if I had to actually place things. Let's use our Bard thing. TFL, how is DVD? Bollocks. Bollocks, right? This is Facecam. You take this guy. You ever darken my door, you'd best have that head. You grab my face, and then you go to continue. And then you'll see that it's got various layering. And what you do is you grab the various layers where you want them to be. And I like having stuff kind of like this. So you can see my face, and we can make it either smaller or bigger, right? And now you already have the vertical format. And the nice thing about this as well is that they actually have auto subtitles over here that you can actually just grab, or it grabs what you want. It grabs the clip, and then you can decide what you want it to look like, and then it generates it. And you press play, and let's use our Bard thing. TFL, how is DVD? It plays. It has, you know, your subtitles. And the other brilliant thing about this. What do you mean by no? How do you disappear like that? Disappear. You'll probably be seeing this YouTube short very shortly. The nice thing about this also is that you can go to export, Prissy. So if you have any struggles with like editing and then uploading, you can go straight to export, and you can literally click on YouTube, add your video title and its video description, whether it's public or private. The only thing that you can't do here, I did when I did stream, never had any clips. So Prissy, you can take from your program, like I said, take bits of your long form content down into 1 minute, upload them onto here, which you can again look up Combo Convert Twitch clips. It's not just Twitch clips. You can upload your videos and do the same process that I just showed you and follow it verbatim with what this is. Hey, Official Maxwell, it's good to see you, my dude. So again, my friends, this isn't just for Twitch. This is for any sort of video content. Now, but it's limited to 75 if you do like a $6 plan, but if it's free, I think it's like 15 a month. And if you're really just trying to like put out, you know, clips every once in a while, that's fine. That's enough. 15 per month, you know, like that's like 2 a week, my dudes. It's great. I try and do 3 a day, but that's because I'm a bit bonkers. You know, and because that's how I've seen the most growth on things, you know, sharing gratitude, Maxwell's, my dudes. We were updating what the channel is going to be about, how we're moving forward. And then I was wanting to teach people how I actually grow this space and what I'm doing, you know, because if I'm experiencing any form of success or movement forward, I want to share how to do that with friends. Normally we do blacksmithing, but today my back was in a lot of pain and I'm not feeling very spry, so instead of trying to push through that, I decided I wanted to share, like I said, some of the updates about the channel, and then also just how I can help you guys grow your own spaces. You know, I think that's an important thing. It's sharing gratitude with how we've come so far while also giving a bit of a how-to, you know, my dudes. So, oh, that is a thing, I guess. That's a thing. Sorry, just double checking something, my dudes. So, has this been helpful, my friends? Prissy, does that make more sense? I'm actually happy, my dudes, to like walk you through how I do things in Discord at some point, or record an actual video for those things. We'll probably see a lot of the how-to content will probably be on the Patreon that I'm creating, my dudes, to try and give back to you guys as best I can. Because it's important to do that. Can you walk us through video editing? Not right now, Official Max Wolves, but I will at some point. And the challenge with video editing is that if you're not using the same program, a lot of the things that I'll mention, like, they can be transferable, but the processes are different. So I use Premiere. A lot of people use DaVinci Resolve, or I think Prissy said that they were using, I can't actually remember what you said it was. So sorry, Prissy. I'm a Dinguslodian, my dudes. For different, it was a different thing. You were using a different program. Either DaVinci Resolve. I don't know how to use DaVinci Resolve. I can tell you how I make decisions. Core Video Studio Pro. Yeah, so I've never used that before, so it would be specific to Premiere. Or I could do a generalized, like, this is how I import things, and this is what I look for, and this is what I up, and this is what I cut down, and this is how I turn these things into various things for you guys. But that will probably be in a future video for you guys, my friends. I would like to realize that I look really small now. I'm really, really down in the corner, man. Normally we would have a longer YouTube stream, my dudes. However, I have things that I need to do for my family. Z's been sick, so I'm catching up on all of our dishes, all of our laundry, and on top of that, this evening we're supposed to be having D&D, which again, Grim, I need to reach out to a couple other people to double check with them that it is what we that we are going to be able to do that. That is at 5 p.m. Pacific, 6 Mountain Standard, 7 Central, and 8 Eastern. Again, if anyone sees this video afterwards and you want to check out the D&D that we do, my friends, there will be a Discord link down below at some point. I need to go back through all of my live videos and give you guys links to things. Also, another update about the channel in both capacity, my friends. There will be an overhaul of a lot of the merch on the Shrubbery merch store, my dudes, to make things a bit more, how do I put this? There will be a sale coming up soon where a lot of the stuff on there, my friends, will be almost slashed in half in terms of the cost. And it's because I found a new way of doing things to make sure that not only you guys have an opportunity to have shrub stuff, while also helping maintain the channel. With the same amount of love, my dudes. So things will be more available to you with a better cost, so you guys can have fun things, because I want to make sure that it's my responsibility, my dudes, to create things that are fun, but also affordable. Because if you love a space, I want you to be like, Herbert, why the hell is that thing cost so much? I'm like, I have no control over that. I'm sorry. Now that I've found a couple things, we're gonna have more control over that for you guys. So, are we happy that we hung out today, my dudes? Do you guys feeling good? Do you guys feel updated in what we're doing? I'm sorry I would go a little bit longer, but at this point, I'm actually feeling a little bit dizzy, and I can't tell if that's because of the pain in my back, or I need to go take a nap because I haven't been sleeping, because I want to be spry for D&D this evening. I was planning on recording some stuff for you guys this evening, but I think that I might need to take a little bit of a moment just to go and rest for a bit before we continue on with things. So again, I hope, my dudes, that this has been nice to catch up, to describe the direction of the channel, to go in a little bit of how I've done things in the past. If you have any questions about how I do things, please reach out to me. Again, thank you also everyone that has become a member of the YouTube, my dudes. That really also helps a huge amount. Can't thank you enough, my friends. Again, I love you all so very much. Thank you for being with me today. I promise in the future that we will have more blacksmithing, but for now, I'm gonna go take some rest so that I can be spry and joyful when the time comes, when we play D&D this evening, my friends. So again, I love you all so very much. Please take care of yourselves. Tell someone that you love them, and remember that you are worthy of the same love. And I will see you in the next adventure, my dudes. Love you all so very much. We're going to zoom out on something rather funny. We're going to do this. Goodbye, everyone. Hope you do what you have a wonderful day. Love you to bits.